Hi there, Summoners. GuardianE here with another live reaction and first impression video for Fire Emblem Heroes. And tonight we are getting the reveal of the next set of new heroes to drop into the game in just a couple of days. Got the trailer pulled up here. We're going to watch it together raw for the first time just to see who gets revealed and what their kits are and everything else. So let's go ahead and hit play, get started, see who they got lined up for us today. Alright. Oh, starting off with an attuned hero. Okay. That does mean that we're probably going to get a rearmed hero as well. Timerra! Desert Warrior. Okay, alright. Infantry Lance units. Timerra, I feel like, is a character that people have she's a little overdue at this point. Desert Spear, Sandstorm. Boost damage by 80% of units' defense and calculates damage using 150% of units' defense instead of the value of units' attack with special triggers. So presumably Sandstorm is inheritable. 4 cooldown. Using the defense stat instead of the attack stat for the entire damage calculation? Really? Okay. Reduces damage from attacks by percentage, and then so it has damage reduction built in, scaling off of the special cooldown value, and then it has a speed differential change calculation based around whether or not she has higher defense than her opponent's defense. So it does seem like she's going to be kind of centered around having a high defense stat. Speed and defense, it looks like. Speed, defense, finish 4, Lagu's Friend. A mistake of a skill, if there ever was one. Really busted. Breath of Life 4 as well. Yeah, no, she's got ridiculous skills available at her disposal. And then Time Pulse Echo for the X slot. At start of turn, if special cooldown count is at its max value, grant special cooldown count -1. After combat, if special cooldown count is at its max value, grant special cooldown count -1. Okay, alright, so this is probably going to be an infantry locked X slot, but it is going to have some, basically a pulse effect built into the X slot. That is going to be quite nice, especially since Sandstorm is a 4 cooldown special. So she's going, and she has a killer slaying effect built into her weapon too, so that's going to reduce the cooldown by a good deal. Her bond with allies is a force to be reckoned with, and her attuned skill speeds up her special activation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so looks like she's going to be a bit of a defensive powerhouse with the speed, the damage reduction. Yeah. And then Sandstorm, the retaliation of the Sandstorm effect. That's a lot. That's a lot. Huge defensive boosts as well, built in. And then the counterattack. Bam. Alright, so new heroes join the battle. These are going to be heroes joining the regular summon pool. And, okay, alright. Affable Prince, it makes sense. Makes sense. Fogado, so Cavalry, Green Archer. Already out at the outset a little niche. Well, let's see what he's got. Alright, Sentinel Bow has a killer slaying effect. If a unit initiates combat or foe is ranged, foe cannot trigger specials during combat. Really? That feels silly. That feels really silly. If unit initiates combat or foe is ranged, grants bonuses to stats, based scaling around speed. So he's got a nice amount of damage reduction built in there, and a bite effect that amplifies his damage based around the amount of damage that he prevented. Luna, Flared Sparrow for the as combat begins damage, as well as the Divine Vein Flame, and then Speed Defense Far Trace 4. Okay. Reduces damage from first attacks and counters with power with him. No specials from ranged foes activate. Yeah, no specials activate. I mean, it says against ranged foes, which is accurate, but it's way more than that, because if an enemy has distant counter, and their specials won't activate if he initiates against them. If they have defensive specials, they're also not going to activate when he attacks into them. So yeah, special negation. They just decide to toss that in there. Why not? That's really powerful. That's a really potent effect. Okay, going to be all right, and then a Suave Knight. Okay, all right. So we are getting basically a fully engaged banner. Merrin, going to be a cavalry sword unit. Okay, Suave Blade, interesting. Okay, reposition, a self-refresh, it looks like, that she's got going for her. Yep, so she's got Suave Blade, 16 might, killer slaying effect. If rally or movement assist is used, grants damage reduction piercing during combat, and bonus doubler to unit and target ally. And then obviously gives herself another action after that, and initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, grants bonuses to stats, neutralize effects that guarantee foes' follow-up attacks, effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, and reduces damage from foes' first attack, based around the number of bonus effects active on unit. For B slot, Speed Defense Link 4, if Movement Assist skill is used by unit or target's unit, grant Speed Defense plus 6, and Kanto 1 to unit and target ally, or unit and targeting ally for 1 turn. So that obviously is going to synergize very well with her weapon and her archetype, where she goes in and does an assist, or a rally, or a movement-based assist, and does a self-refresh, but also provides numerous buffs, not only to herself, but to her ally as well. That's going to work very, very well in tandem with that. Even attack wave N. If she or allies use reposition, they both get Kanto and bonus doubler, then she can act again. Yeah, just like what we were talking about. And oh, I love the wolf in the sprite. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. All right. And then wait, a new hero to AIDED Heroes have arrived. Oh, so Reginn's bringing in an entirely new type of hero?
People can see that this gear makes me stronger.
What? Okay, so Reginn, cavalry unit. So we've seen this art in the game already, of course. So Dvergr, Wayfinder, Sather Burst. Okay. Yeah, so wait, an entirely new hero type? Shadow Shift 4 for the C slot. When Kanto triggers, enables a unit to use reposition on ally. Okay, unit can, within 3 spaces of an ally, grants +3 to all stats, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. So that means that she gets, okay, so she gets her normal Kanto. Reginn thwarts foes' specials with flow, and can use reposition when moving 5 spaces with Kanto. So she can then reposition to safety after her attack, based around that C-slot skill, right? I'm stronger now. Okay, taking on Heir here. Proccing the Sather Burst again. Okay, and then she's gonna get the Kanto. Oh my god, look at that range! And then reposition to safety. Yeah, wow. All right, wait. Get an AIDE's Essence when you summon an AIDED hero. AIDE's Essence ×1. Use an AIDE's Essence on a hero and they will receive +1 to HP, so +1 to all stats. Okay, get an AIDE's Essence when you summon an AIDED hero. Each summon of an AIDED hero grants 1 AIDE's Essence. Okay. Use an AIDE's Essence on a hero and they receive +1 to all stats. AIDE's Essence cannot be used on AIDED heroes. Using an AIDE's Essence is permanent. Okay. Wait, so that's just, it's just a straight up stat boost. Okay, in addition, heroes on whom an AIDE's Essence is used can equip AIDEs as accessories? What? And small drone, okay. Alright, so they just kind of like follow them around? Is that how it goes? Okay, Quieting Blade, new story chapter. Alright. I'm a little, okay, alright. Okay, well, hold on. So, alright, on the 17th of September, of course, no 4-star focus unit on the banner, that at least that I can tell. No, yeah, no 4-star focus unit on the banner. You are going to be able to spark 2 times on the banner, so for the 2 limited units that are on the banner itself, Reginn and Timerra, you can actually spark for them, even without a Fey Pass, right? Yeah, okay, alright, wait. Alright, hold on. Let's take a look at this AIDED hero thing. So, Reginn's Aid, a small drone accompanying Reginn. It was developed by Nidavallier's researcher Sindri. Okay, alright. So they're just more elaborate accessories for those. Okay, and then an AIDE's Essence gives +1 to all stats, and they're permanent. It's not reversible or swappable. So, hold on. I guess there's a lot more questions that need to be answered here, because, Okay, so each summon of an aided hero grants 1 AIDS essence. So I guess what's not immediately clear to me, so it sounds like it's not like Ascended Heroes where when you pull them for the first time, you get a floret, and then every successive pull of that hero does not give you another floret. In this case, every single time you acquire an aided hero, you get an AIDS essence. What's not immediately clear to me is if you can keep using AIDS essences on a single hero, or if it's limited to 1 AIDS essence per hero. So in this example, they're about to use an AIDS essence on Alphonse. Can they use all 3 of the AIDS essences on Alphonse? Like, it's not immediately clear, and I don't see any limitation here. It says AIDS essence cannot be used on aided heroes, so you can't use it on Reginn. Using an AIDS essence is permanent, right? That makes sense too. But can you use 3 AIDS essences, 4 AIDS essences, 10 AIDS essences, 20 AIDS essences on Alphonse? I don't know. It's not immediately clear based around this. It kind of makes it seem like you can only use 1. I mean, it kind of feels like based around this next part, the fact that you can use Reginn's aid, heroes on whom an AIDS essence is used can equip aids as accessories. So if you use an AIDS essence, does that mean you can equip any aids as accessories, or is it character specific? Like, so if you use Reginn's AIDS essence, can you use Reginn's aid only, or how does that work? It didn't look like the AIDS essence was like character specific. At least it's not named character specific at all. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess the way I feel about this varies very much. It's very dependent on whether or not you can use multiple AIDS essences on a single character. Though the fact that would be ridiculous makes me feel like they probably do limit the amount of AIDS essences you can use to 1 per on a specific character. But we'll see. If it's not limited to 1 use of an AIDS essence on a character, then this is a mess. If it is limited to 1 use of an AIDS essence per character on a character, then it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's no more ridiculous than any of the other new heroes that they've dropped, new hero types that they've dropped recently. I will say that I don't like them saturating, just releasing so many different new hero types when I feel like they haven't really even fully explored like Attuned and Rearmed in a way. I feel like they just keep adding new types, which feels sloppy to me. I don't know. I don't really love that. I don't really know how to feel about that, to be honest, because it feels like they're constantly pushing without any subtlety or nuance. It's like go, like advance forward without, I feel like, taking any time to absorb and digest like how the game has started to evolve and develop. They before it even has a chance to do so, they start slapping in all these new things. And I know I've said this before, but that kind of feels like that's been the mantra for the past like year or so, like the last 12 months. I feel like that's been the pace of things within the game, and I don't really like it. I don't really love it. I don't really love having like 7 different new hero types with different mechanics and different upgrade abilities within each one. Like, especially since I feel like they haven't really been adding game modes to take advantage of the new hero types. Like, they've been constantly adding these new hero types as different competing interest for your orbs to boost your heroes. And they're relying on, I guess, ether raids and PvP and like summoner duels to really drive the motivation behind that. And I feel like that's, I don't know. I feel like that's definitely losing its luster. I feel like it's definitely not. I feel like that's not carrying as hard as it used to. I guess I don't really like them just introducing all these new hero types, which are really just ways to spend orbs to boost heroes, rather than having like some innate utility that they bring. Like, to me, it lacks refinement and feels a little desperate. Like, whatever. I mean, aided heroes in and of themselves are not problematic. It's just, again, it's the accumulation and the culmination of everything, I think, in the past year. It feels just a little off to me. But anyway, that's just my first initial kind of gut reaction to things. Let me know down below what you think of the banner, the hero reveals, the aided hero mechanic, Attuned Timerra, aided Reginn, all that good stuff, who you're going to be summoning for on this banner. I will just mention that we are getting a new emblem hero at the end of this month, so just do be sure to plan accordingly for that. But yeah, for me personally, I don't think I'm going to be summoning beyond the initial tickets for this one, so fingers crossed we can maybe secure secure something out of those tickets. But hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, let's protect those skies.